Welcome back to the weekly recap. I'm Matt Wacker. Well, despite the heat, crowds turned out in Owensville on June 16th for the grand opening of their new library. The facility is a branch of Scenic Regional Library and was constructed as part of a larger expansion in that organization. Leanne Mentink was there.
Working together with Steve Campbell, the library director, and the board of directors. He's over there waving hello. It was a great experience for us. I call this a project that's unprecedented because basically we're doing 8 libraries simultaneously. Owensville's one of the libraries.
We're really happy to have this library opened for the residents of Owensville. It's long overdue. Our previous facilities were very small to inadequate size-wise, as well as just really horrible conditions compared to this nice, new, bright library.
The libraries are really many different types of buildings under one roof. There's a community center, there's a teen center, a children's center, there's an adult reading room, there's a living room, there's a community gathering space, there's outdoor gardens, outdoor terraces and patios. So many of these components come together under one roof.
So far, in the first month we've been open here, our usage is up about 50%. And we've given out 200 new library cards. So I think we are going to see a pretty big boom in usage here. It's just a whole game changer for us in this community.
The way that Gemma's designing libraries is really centered around community, it's centered around bringing people together. It happens to have lots of great books, which is obviously what you think of when you think of libraries. But really, it's a gathering place for teens, for children, for adults, for organizations. And it's, I think, one of the most important buildings you could ever build in a town, especially a small town.
I just would like to thank the library board, the trustees, Steve, Linda Little for everything here. This library means so much to this community. We have a state-of-the-art facility, and the library board, Steve, and all the people that was involved in it made promises when this tax issue come before us, and they followed through.
This is just so much overdue. We've tripled our patron flow through here. People that used to come and quit coming are coming back again. It's just in the past we didn't have parking. Our building was not in great shape. It was not nearly as inviting. This is just wonderful. It's a boon to the town. It's a boon to the library system. We love it.
The man apprehended in connection with a homicide that took place near Lebanon High School has pled not guilty. 39-year-old Kashawn Williams was on the run for 2 weeks before a tip led to his arrest in Springfield. Williams was charged with the first-degree murder of Gary Don Peterson on June 5th and is currently incarcerated at the Laclede County Jail. Bond has been denied. During West Plains' most recent council meeting, the council voted to postpone action on the controversial resolution authorizing the demolition of the Butler Parkside House. The 111-year-old house has become an historical landmark in West Plains, with an advocacy group known as the Friends of Parkside fighting to keep it upright. The decision was tabled for 60 days, and a vote will be taken at the August council meeting. Salem's annual Moonlight Madness took place on June 16th, complete with loads of food and musical talent. Krista Webb spoke with the event's organizer, Fred Whitaker.
Hi, I'm Fred Whitaker. I'm the organizer of the Moonlight Madness. It's an annual event we put on every year where we have local bands and other bands from areas that are around that we know or maybe played with that come to entertain folks. We have country music, we have bluegrass music, we have a little gospel, a little light rock and roll. We have some original song singers that came in this morning on an open mic. And it's the newer generation that we're trying to get involved with the Moonlight Madness, because they'll be the next ones in line when us old folks get out of the way. It's just an annual event we put on every year, and we try to treat it like a large family reunion. We want everybody to just come and have fun. Moonlight Madness is in Salem, Missouri, downtown. We're in the old part of town. We block off Main Street from one end to the other. And we set vendors out on the street, sell anything from merchandise to food. We have ladies out here selling jewelry. We have ladies out here selling makeup. We have antique dealers out here. We have kettle popcorn. We have chicken, barbecue, pulled pork, about anything you want. We have this event usually the first week or second week in June. We're building this show. I think this is our 6th season. This is the first year we're actually having a what I consider a mainstream artist, I guess. Mo Pitney will be here this evening.
Should've took a picture with my phone, or at least record him saying, pleasure to meet you more. But it was over in a second, then he strolled down to the stage. But it's okay, I met Earl Haggard today.
A West Plains woman is facing charges after allegedly aiming an unloaded .22 caliber rifle at her husband and pulling the trigger. 63-year-old Deborah Parker has been released on a bail of $15,000. Her husband told officers that he was looking for his cell phone, asking his wife for it several times before kicking down a bedroom door and demanding she give it to him. When asked for her side of the story, Deborah Parker began to laugh, saying she never had the phone and that the gun was not loaded. But it is now. Big Bam rolled through Rolla on June 21st as part of a 304-mile bicycle tour and music festival. This year's ride followed Route 66 across the state and included 6 towns and 6 concerts in 6 days. Riders stopped to refuel and refresh at the Rolla Chamber of Commerce and enjoyed local food and drinks before continuing on to Cuba for an evening music festival. Launched in 2015, the annual event incorporates music and entertainment in communities across Missouri. Rolla High School graduate Jim Gladden is headed for the Florida State University Hall of Fame. Gladden began coaching football at FSU in 1974 and remained on the staff for 27 years. He coached linebackers for Bobby Bowden and helped the Seminoles win a pair of national championships in the 90s. He will be inducted alongside 8 others, including Buster Posey of the San Francisco Giants. A familiar name in Rolla law enforcement is stepping down. Sergeant Cody Fulkerson has spent 36 years as a police officer. He joined Troop I in 1992 and has since seen his fair share of crises. He says it's time to spend some time with his son. He will be honored with a retirement reception on July 28th at Troop I headquarters. The public is invited to attend. Finally, in the interest of full disclosure, I admit to you here and now that I am a complete and total fanboy. So whenever a comic book shop opens in this area, I can guarantee you I will be there. Such was the case on June 16th. Take a look.
All right, I'm here in Cuba, Missouri at the Little Shop of Comics with owner Jimmy Johnston. Jimmy, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. So give us the origin story of Little Shop of Comics.
I've been a comic fan my whole life. I've been collecting since I was a little kid. One of the earliest things I remember is reading Sad Sack comics, and it was something I always looked forward to. My whole life I've been reading comics, and it's always been a dream that someday I'd be involved in the comic industry. Owning a comic shop was kind of like the perfect merger of my passion, thing I loved, and a job where it was something that I could make a living from.
Sure, and today is your grand opening, is that right?
Yes, it is.
And you have a special guest?
We do. Cullen Bunn is here. Cullen Bunn has been writing comics for 10 years. He's written, he started with independent stuff, The Damned and The Six Gun, and then the quality of that got him noticed by Marvel and DC, and he started writing for them, and he's written Batman, Superman, Deadpool, The Uncanny X-Men, pretty much almost every character you can think of, and pretty much for every comic company that is out there, he's written something for them.
Oh, well, I've known Jimmy for longer than I like to think about. Probably close to 15 years maybe. So I've known him for a long time. We have been friends for a while. We've been working on comic books as writers together for a while. And now, he's had this dream of opening a comic shop, and now here it is.
About 4 years ago, I started doing conventions with him where I was learning the industry. I'm a writer myself. We've co-written several things together. Micronauts for IDW, The Tick for New England Comics, Subspecies for Action Lab, and Warlock 5, which is coming out soon for Outland Entertainment.
Talk about today's event. How's it been going so far?
Oh, it's been really good. It's important, it's important in this day and age to support local comic shops. I mean, I know you can get comics at other places, but you're never going to get kind of the interaction and the camaraderie that you get at a local shop. So I think it's important to support them, and it's been really exciting for me to see so many people coming in, on this open day. I've been to many shops and it's not been nearly as busy as this was today.
So how about any future plans for your comic shop here?
There's definitely going to be a lot of things going on with it. I know I've got some conventions coming up, so that impacts me with what I can do and when I can do it. But I know I'm going to start doing gaming nights on Saturday night starting on the 30th. So we'll close the shop up at 6 o'clock, and then anybody that's interested can come by and we'll play board games all night.
Well, we look forward to that. That sounds awesome. And by the way, you have an amazing shop here, and I wish you all the future success. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you coming out.
By the way, new comics are released every Wednesday. If you're a fan, head to our Facebook page and tell me what you're reading. I would love to know. That's all for now. Thanks for watching the weekly recap. I'll see you next time. The weekly recap is brought to you by Rice Chopper, Cooking from Scratch, the UPS store of Rolla, Bayard Dodge in West Plains, and the Ozarks Medical Center.
So we all want to get great deals online. Well, there is this mystery shopper scam company that you got to watch out for. So it's called Cube Survey, and it claims to be based in Hawaii. However, since April of this year, Better Business Bureau has received many reports to the scam tracker from job seekers who were skeptical that the company's positions for mystery shopping were legitimate. Now, at least one person said that he lost an estimated $7,800 to this mystery shopper scam. That's a lot of money. Here's how the mystery shopper scam works. Now, victims are receiving a message through LinkedIn, which appears to be from an acquaintance, suggesting that they should sign up for this great mystery shopper job, and it's with Cube Survey. Once they are, quote, hired, they are then sent a check to deposit money into their banking account and told to deduct their commission, and then they're instructed to purchase Walmart gift cards of varying amounts so that they may evaluate the store's customer service program. Now, to prove that they performed the task, they must send the picture of the code on the back of the gift card to Cube Survey. Now, this is allowing the cameras to actually drain the accounts on the gift cards. Soon, the victim discovers that the check deposited in their accounts or payments have bounced, and they are left to cover the amount that's spent on the gift cards. We've received reports from victims all over the U.S. So be very, very careful. Any kind of mystery shopping experience, it may be very too good to be true, as that saying goes. And the BBB's investigation team, actually in this case, has learned that company is not located in Hawaii. It's not authorized to do business in the state. And so just be very careful. Be skeptical if you are recruited. Is this legitimate? Again, unfortunately, this offer and this answer for this offer is usually no. Scammers are going to disguise themselves as recruiters. They're going to create fake profiles pretending to be somebody you know. Do not pay for a job. Legitimate companies are going to actually pay you money without asking you to pay the money back. I know it's a simple concept, so be very careful. There's also going to be checking MSPA. Now, that's the Mystery Shoppers Providers Association. If you didn't know about it, you now do. You can look it up on mspaglobal.org and see whether or not if the company that's contacting you is legitimate. Now, if you have fallen victim to the scam, we hate to hear that. Please go and let us know about it though, so we can help protect other people at bbb.org/scamtracker. It's free to go ahead and submit that. It takes maybe 2 minutes of your time to let us know what happened to you. Something else that's happening that we want for you to go ahead and warn you about as you're getting ready to keep enjoying your summer and having a great time at home. Now, there is actually a downward trend in the number of home security customers victimized by fraudulent door-to-door security sales representatives, but these deceptive sales practices are still a huge problem. In 2017, more than 700,000 consumers across North America, which use BBB, told us that they had this happen. So this is a big deal for them. So we want for you to be very careful. What the thing is happening is that these salespeople are showing up their door and they are saying that, you know what, you've had a great opportunity. You can upgrade the equipment for a better package. All you got to do is sign right now. And they're going to see yard signs, for example, for ADT and say that, yes, I'm with ADT. Here's my badge. Here's my card. You can go ahead and upgrade the equipment. Hey, you got to do it now. This offer's only good for the next 10 minutes. Well, that's not true. If they're offering a deceptive story, we don't want for you to sign any contracts with anybody, coming door to door before doing research with them. Always get at least 3 quotes before you sign on with anything. Reach out to ADT. See if they have somebody who's legitimate. Get the person's name at the door. Get also their badge number and ask for more information so that you can contact ADT, and see whether or not this person's legitimate. So just be very careful as you're enjoying your summer and having a great time, and keep in mind the BBB at bbb.org is always a free resource for you.